7 daily habits that make you unstoppable. You weren't born weak. You were just trained to forget your power. Every morning you hit the snooze button. Every time you settle for good enough, you're letting the world chip away at your greatness. Look in the mirror. Do you even recognize that fire anymore? Or did comfort bury it? Because the truth is brutal. Nobody is coming to save you. No mentor, no miracle, no motivation video can replace what you must become. It's you versus your excuses. You versus the life you promised yourself. And if you're tired, if you're broke, if you feel like nothing's working, it's not life that's broken, it's your habits. The patterns you repeat every single day are either sharpening your sword or dulling your spirit. But when you stack the right habits, daily, relentlessly, with zero compromise, you become unstoppable. You don't chase success. Success starts chasing you. These 7 daily habits aren't magic. They're war. And if you master them, you won't just rise, you'll dominate. Every single day you wake up, the world gives you 2 choices, control or chaos. And you don't get to flip a coin. Discipline isn't something you feel your way into. It's something you decide to become. The second you open your eyes, your mind starts negotiating. It whispers comfort. It begs for 5 more minutes. It sells you lies dressed as self-care. But the truth is, success doesn't care how you feel. The winners, the elites, the ones who build legacies, they don't move based on motivation. They move based on mission. Because discipline is a daily decision. It's the relentless act of choosing growth even when comfort is easier. It's walking into the gym when your body aches, turning down distractions when your mind wants to escape, and showing up for your goals even when your emotions are screaming at you to quit. Feelings are fleeting. They rise and fall like the tide. You feel tired, angry, bored, sad. That's part of being human. But discipline is divine. It's your declaration to yourself that nothing will hijack your future. And most people fail, not because they lack talent, not because they're unlucky, but because they wait to feel ready. They're slaves to emotion. They let moods dictate movement. So they stay stuck, watching life pass by, building excuses instead of empires. But you must become different. You must train your mind to obey orders, not emotions. When you say, I'm going to do this, that becomes law. Your words must mean more than your moods. That's discipline. It's when you rise at 5 a.m., not because it feels good, but because your purpose demands it. It's when you hit your targets when no one's watching, when no one claps for you, when no one even believes in you. Discipline is walking through hell with a smile because you know who you're becoming. The world is designed to make you soft. Fast food, fast entertainment, instant gratification. Everything around you is built to kill your edge. And every time you give in, you trade greatness for ease. But discipline is the antidote. It's the muscle that grows every time you say no to what's easy and yes to what's right. And like any muscle, it's built in repetition, in resistance, in pain. That's why it's rare. That's why so few ever taste true power. Because most people don't want the pain that comes with self-control. But pain is the price of power. Discipline is also lonely. You'll lose friends. You'll be called obsessed. You'll be misunderstood. But understand this. Lions don't seek approval from sheep. You're not here to be liked. You're here to become legendary. And that only happens when you decide every day to act with precision, with purpose, with zero compromise. No emotion, no excuse, no apology. You'll have days where everything in you wants to quit, days when progress feels invisible, days when nothing makes sense. And in those moments, your decision must be stronger than your discomfort. You must remind yourself, this is who I am. I don't break. I build. Because discipline isn't just what you do, it's who you are becoming. A man or woman of discipline is unstoppable. Not because they have all the answers, but because they show up anyway. Think of the future. Think of the version of yourself that has everything you want, physically, financially, emotionally. That person, they didn't get there on accident. They weren't lucky. They were just relentless with their decisions. Every single day they showed up. Even when it hurt, even when no one believed. They made their habits their fortress and their standards their shield. That's who you must become. So the next time you hear your mind say, I don't feel like it, recognize the trap. Your future doesn't need your feelings. It needs your fire. Decide to be disciplined, not for a week, not for a season, every damn day. Because in a world that chases ease, the disciplined will always rise. Every outcome in your life, your body, your money, your mindset, your confidence, it all comes from one thing: your habits. Not luck, not motivation, not chance, just the simple, brutal truth that you are what you do every single day. Success doesn't show up randomly. It's a reflection, a mirror. It shows you exactly who you are behind closed doors. If you train like a beast, think like a beast, move like a beast, you become one. But if your days are filled with procrastination, excuses, distractions, and comfort, then you will break like the rest. There's no mystery to it. You either build your future through daily, relentless effort, or you slowly bury it beneath weak routines and soft choices. Every morning, you have a choice: build or break. It starts the second you open your eyes. Do you rise with purpose, or do you roll over and delay your life? The little habits, the ones you think don't matter, are actually the blueprint of your destiny. Skipping a workout? That's not just missing the gym. That's breaking discipline. Ignoring your goals? That's not rest. That's regression. Every moment you choose ease, you're chiseling away at your potential. But every moment you choose challenge, you build something unstoppable. People talk about goals like they're wishes, but goals without habits are just dreams you're too lazy to chase. Everyone wants to win. Everyone wants the life, but only the few who make their habits match their ambition will ever touch it. That's the separation line. That's what makes a lion out of a lamb. It's not talent, it's repetition. It's choosing to do the work even when it's boring, painful, invisible. The beast doesn't ask for motivation. The beast just moves, because movement is survival. Discipline becomes instinct. Excellence becomes routine. Look at your life right now. Everything in it is the result of your habits. Your bank account, your relationships, your energy, it's all reflecting your daily actions. And if that reflection makes you angry, good. That anger is your wake-up call. You don't change your life by wishing. You change it by transforming your rituals. You don't rise by hoping. You rise by executing again and again and again. Building like a beast means being intentional with your time. You stop wasting hours scrolling through nonsense. You cut out the noise, the fake friends, the comfort cravings. You treat every hour like currency, and you spend it building your empire. Every rep, every page, every disciplined decision is a brick in the fortress of your future. And beasts never stop building. But most people, they break. They chase short-term pleasure, they follow feelings, they're addicted to dopamine, not discipline, and every day they repeat habits that sabotage their future, then wonder why they're stuck. The truth is cruel but clear. The world doesn't reward potential, it rewards proof. And your habits are the proof. So what are you proving right now? That you're hungry? That you're focused? That you're relentless? Or are you proving that you're comfortable, lazy, soft? If you want to be different, you must move different, talk different, train different, think different. Your habits must reflect who you want to become, not who you've been. Forget perfection, focus on momentum. Don't skip days, don't lower your standards, don't wait for the right time, it doesn't exist. You create the right time through consistency. Beasts don't make excuses. They build routines that force growth. They turn struggle into fuel. They don't fear repetition, they embrace it, because repetition is power. The rest, they avoid the grind, then get crushed by life. They complain, they blame, they break. So decide, are you going to build like a beast? Or are you going to master your habits and command your future? Or are you going to keep running in circles, breaking under pressure, and blaming the world for results you didn't earn? Because there's no middle ground. You either rise through habit or fall through comfort. You either sharpen your blade or rust in silence. You are your habits, and your habits are either building a monster or building a memory. Choose wisely, build relentlessly, break never.